All right, welcome to lesson 31. This goal is the same as lesson 30, which is divide decimal dividends by non-unit decimal divisors. Let's get into our first problem. So our first problem is 34 and 8/10 divided by 6/10. Okay, we're gonna once again rewrite this as a fraction. The whole thing is a fraction. So we have 34 and 8/10 over 6/10. Right. So just like yesterday, we need a fraction to multiply by to get both of these, well, not both of them, but at least the denominator as a whole number, right? So we're in tenths here. If I multiply by 10 tenths, then we will get our whole number on the bottom, right? So 10 over 10, it is the same as 1, so we're not actually changing the value. We're just changing the units. So 34 and 8/10 times 10 is going to be 348 over 6. All right? Now, is this easy like yesterday? Not quite, just because we can't right away figure out how many times 6 can go into 348, but we can estimate, okay? So today we're adding the step of estimation before we actually solve it, okay? So we're going to think of a multiple of 6 that's close to 348, okay? So since we're dividing by 6, we want to figure out a number that is close to 348, but is easily dividable or divisible by 6, okay? So 34, 36 divided by 6 is easy, okay, but we're in the hundreds, so we'll do 360. Whoa. Okay, 360 is pretty close to 348. Okay, so we can go ahead and figure that out. I'm going to cover the 0 because I don't care about it right now. 36 divided by 6 is 6, and then I'm going to add my 0 back in, okay? So my answer should be around 60, okay? So let's go ahead. We're going to do the real division. I'm going to do it up here. Okay, so 348 divided by 6. Okay, so you're first going to ask, can 6 go into 3? No, it can't. You can put your 0 there if you want to, or you can just leave it. It's up to you. So then you're going to ask, how many times can 6 go into 34? And it can go 5 times. 5 times 6 is 30. All right, we can't do 6 times 6 because it would be more than 34. It'd be 36, and we can't use that. So it has to be under the actual number we're looking at. We're going to go ahead and subtract. We get 4. We bring down the 8. How many times can 6 go into 48? 8 times. 8 times 6. Look at that. It's 48. So we have no remainder. All right, and our answer is going to be 58. And that's a weird looking 8. But isn't that close to 60? Yes, it is. So we know that we are right. If you wanted to, you can definitely multiply to check. But we're not going to go to that step. So on your own, you're going to do 7 and 36 hundredths divided by 8 hundredths. Remember, we're now in hundredths. Okay, so you want to multiply by a fraction that will get you to whole numbers with hundredths. Okay, so go ahead. I want you to estimate. The question is going to be an estimation first, and then do the actual division. So let's look at this one. We have 21 and 56 hundredths divided by 98 hundredths. Okay, so what should we do? Let's turn it into a fraction. So we have 21 and 56 hundredths over, whoa, that's really big, 98 hundredths, okay? So I want to get it into a whole number on the bottom. Since it is hundredths, we have to put it, we're going to multiply by 100 over 100. Okay. So then I'm going to end up with this pretty big number, 2,156 over 98. Okay. So now remember, you need to first estimate. So we want to figure out where our answer is going to be. However, let's go ahead. I'm going to turn 98 into 100. It's close to 100, okay? So what number that's close to 2,156 will be easily divisible by 100? Well, let's see. I know that 100 times 22 is 2,200, which is pretty close to 2,100. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll put 2,200. All right, 2,200 divided by 100 is 22. So our answer is going to be around 22. Let's go ahead and solve it. Now this one is not as nice and easy as our last one, but we can still figure it out. All right, we're going to divide by 98. All right, so 98 cannot go into 2. I'm going to go ahead and put my 0 there. 98 cannot even go into 21. Okay, so I'm going to put another 0, but 98 definitely can go into 215. It's okay if you want to write out 98 times 2, 98 times 3, 98 times 4 to figure out what the answer is, but I'm going to go ahead. I know that 98 times 2 is going to give me 196, which is still under 215. So then I'm going to go ahead, I'll multiply this. Sorry, I'm not multiplying, I'm subtracting this. And I'm going to get 19. Bring down my 6. And wait a second, I know that 98 times 2 is 196. So I know this is 2. 2 times 98 is 196. And I have no remainder. So my answer is 22, which is, oh, look at that. It's exactly what we got before. Anyway, I want you to go ahead. You're going to do 45 and 5/10 divided by 7/10. Please make sure that you estimate first to figure out where your answer is going to be around, and then you actually solve it. All right, good luck.